See, Russell and I are presidential candidates. And we're up here, we're the only two guys of the 60 people that applied that have a correct application. We corrected the applications. We paid our $2,800 filing fee with the correct applications. Everybody else, the other 60 guys, are all in fiction. They put everything in a box and they cursived it, which means they talk to dead people. So, we're the only two legal people that can run for president as writing candidates and be written into it for the 2016 election. And you don't hear nothing on the news about us. But I got 5 billion people on my website, with 2 million linked websites to my website. Don't think the internet isn't watching. And you watch the circus on TV, but they still read the internet, and people are a lot smarter than they're giving them credit for. But we're a couple of guys that, we've been standing up here. I've been up here for 36 years now, and Russell's been up here 21 years, fighting for what's right, mathematically certified what's right. I don't care what they say, how much fun that the lawyers, attorneys, and judges laugh at, or the politicians. 3 plus 3 still equals 6, and we're still the movie Matrix, and we're the two guys called Neo. He's Morpheus and I'm Neo. So, we'll get started here. The name, what is the name? It's the first thing people ask you. You walk into court and they go like, so, got it. What's the answer?
What? According to what you wrote, you're saying, what is my name?
Right.
So my name would be what?
What, right. And you know, every single person I show this to that hasn't been trained, they all tell me their name. And I'm going, no. I says now this is a unique set of 4 words. You have an adverb which modifies a verb, which connected to the adverb which modifies the verbs. You have a pronoun that's connected to the adverb which modifies the adverb which modifies the verb. You see, so you have, your values have changed. Even if you do identify with yourself to be a fact, if you said this here, acknowledged as a fact like that, and you put a comma here, then this becomes a pronoun. This is an adverb. Oh, this becomes a pronoun then. If you put a comma, because it would be a 4, 1, 2, just because of the comma. It's like if I were to give you a list of pen, paper, eraser, I would put all those words down. I put commas between them. Just like here, if I throw a comma in here, that becomes a prepositional phrase. If this is a pronoun, which means nothing, then the next word that followed it would be a nothing. But it has to be connected to an adverb, and the only thing left is a verb. So your name is a verb. So even though I give you a what, or you're Thomas, I called you a verb.
Yeah.
For the name of the Thomas is with the claim of with the knowledge. See? So I'm giving you credit for having knowledge about who you are. But I'm using prepositional phrases, making knowledge a fact, your name a fact, and by doing so, you become a fact. So when you write your name, I can do David-Wynn Miller. And throughout the internet and news broadcasts and the radio shows that I do, they always identify me as David-Wynn Miller. And that's how they introduce me. And they think they're trying to be funny, but actually it's really a correct procedure as to who I am as a fact. Now, the government's going to come back and they're going to capitalize my name, making me an adjective pronoun as a nom de guerre dead person. Now, when you get into Title 46, under maritime codes, it says that dead people are not allowed to own property or write contracts. So if they're writing a contract and it's all written in adverb verb like lawyers and attorneys do, what's the end result? You're a dead person saying nothing, and that's your own fault. So what happens when you walk into the courtroom? You're in this box over here, and you've got 5 different planes in this trap. And the judge is gonna be sitting up here in his own box, but he's gonna have a flag on his box, advertising his jurisdiction. Now, his flag, I don't know if many of you have seen lately, almost all yellow French flags came off the flags in courtrooms all over the United States, which is, there's some kind of a dynamic change taking place in America. Because because of all the lawsuits we filed, and even when I go through Homeland Security, if the eagle's wings are up, like on a dollar bill, it's a postal flag. If they're down like this, it's a Vatican flag for banking. And if whatever you put on top of the flagpole captures the jurisdiction of the flag and the standard, and it says nothing. We're just here to collect money from people called airline tickets. And people are looked at as souls and bills of lading. When a plane crashes, we lost 200 souls today. They don't say 200 people died, because you were cargo, you had a bill of lading, you were being shipped as cargo, you paid money. So it was all about banking. And so the judge sits up here with his advertisement of his flag in his box. And if we come in there with our flag, of our grammar flag, the Title IV flag is no longer recognized as a Title IV flag anywhere in the world. The whole world has accepted the fact that the red, white, and blue flag has 50 procedures of grammar, and this now is the grammar flag, and Russell and I are the directors of that flag. When I was over in Germany, they acknowledged that the American flag, because I put it on their documents to file in their courts, was a grammar flag, had no political argument between the U.S. and Germany, and their courts don't. Germany wouldn't accept U.S. dollars when I was over there. I had to use my MasterCard, otherwise I'd go hungry. A lot of things have changed when we were over there. I thought I could use U.S. currency and everybody accepted it. They don't anymore. I just came back from Nassau. They wanted silver or MasterCard, but they wanted U.S. dollars. And Puerto Rico's left the United States. There's only Guam, Virgin Islands, Grand Samoa, and District of Columbia, not 4 of them. And Puerto Rico won't take money in U.S. currency because it's not backed by anything. Yeah, there's a lot of changes happening.
Yeah.
So when you break up these planes, each one of these planes, you got a jury box, witness box, clerk. The clerk of the court signs her name across the stamps. That makes her a postmaster. Takes your money, pays your fines, makes her a banker. Look up bankers and postmasters, see the judge. Judge is up here in a box, so he's an actor under Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 44 and 44.1. Now 44.1 says that all 10 billion people on planet Earth are aliens, which means no lien. They write and they babble in adverb verb. They have no contract with the bank, with the court. They do not have their names are all non-de-guerre, so they're all dead, so they can't make contracts. What contracts they do bring into court are written in adverb verb, and they don't say anything. Now, in order for you, and because the courthouse is a foreign vessel and dry dock under the Port Authorities, the post office, and when you go inside the courthouse, you're in a box, and you have all these different series of boxes here, even the jury box. Well, the laws, as they tell you through your Constitution, says you must have a 12-man jury. But the playing of the jury box is like this. You got 6 and 6, so you got 2 petite juries, which is illegal. And there's no continuance of evidence with them communicating with each other, so they babble. And if you look at jury box in Black's Law Dictionary, it says it's an enclosed area that cannot see witnesses or hear testimony. So it doesn't matter what the jury says. But you can't sue a jury that isn't there because there's no continuance of evidence with what's in the box. So the judge says, I'm not going to make a decision here, I'm going to let the jury do that. So he's opting out from a quantum lawsuit that comes into his court saying you're going to have a jury. You don't want a jury. The jury can't read and write. They got 2nd grade reading level. Who wants to be judged by 2nd graders, right?